Alright, but honestly, how many more times can I say it? I moved. It's obvious. That's why the background's a little bit different. I'm still trying to figure out the lighting and whatnot. I put this lovely candle right here just so it looks like a little bit cuter, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just a lot of stuff going on in the back. Anyways, you don't care about that. You care about why you clicked on the title. So I thought it would be fun because it is approximately, what time is it? It's 3:25. Okay, I don't even know if you can see that. And I got class at 4:15 a couple days ago because Sephora is just dirty to me. Dirty as in like really pleasing. Like it just gets really dirty in there for me. I get really all hot and bothered. But I did a little shopping and I work at Urban Outfitters. Guess what's across Urban Outfitters? Sephora, Union Square, San Francisco. Fenty Beauty drop. So obviously they had a bunch of stuff in there, like tons of shipment and all that, so they weren't really, you know, like limited on supplies. So I thought, like the reckless college student that I am, let me use my loans on some of the Fenty Beauty. Not that irresponsible, okay? The only thing I bought was the foundation and just the highlighting brush. So the reason why I told you guys why I have class at 4:15 is because I'm not gonna make this a tutorial, so I'm not gonna like sit here and do like a really long thing. Literally the only thing that I'm gonna do is slap this foundation on and show you guys how the highlighting brush works, and that's it. I'm gonna stop, cut, boom, go to class, come back. My class ends at around 7, so I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how the foundation, like I'm gonna give you my honest review of how the foundation like really stuck to my face and how it wore. So yeah, this isn't a tutorial if that's what you're going for. Nope, I'm just gonna give you guys a review on this foundation. So I'm just gonna stop talking because this is a really long intro. And I bought the color shade 210. So let's just open it, okay? Because I suck at opening stuff. And let's bring this out. First off, can I just talk about the packaging? I know everybody like and their mom talks about it, but this is such a pleasing package. It really reminds me of Marc Jacobs packaging. If like the coconut like primer, it reminds me of that, like just very matte and just sleek, and just gives it to me. Again, not gonna be a tutorial. All I'm gonna do really is apply just a lotion. You could use a primer, but like I said like millions of times, I've never really seen a difference anytime I use a primer. So yeah, I'm just using the Clinique Dramatically Moisturizing Lotion, how I always do. This one right here, and I'm just gonna let that, you know, sink in. And one thing I will say about the foundation of the Fenty Beauties, I did get like, you know, color matched or whatever, and it doesn't oxidize. Some people said it oxidizes like a little bit, like barely any, like that's what the Fenty Beauty people like team were saying. And again, I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand. I've never done that. I'm just gonna use it as a pump. But anyways, what I was saying is that the color will it's kind of the way that she was saying it, like the girl that matched me, is it's kind of like paint. So when you paint a wall, it's gonna look wet, and then obviously every foundation looks wet first, but if you know the difference between paint, like when you apply it and then when it dries like a little bit of a different color. So that's how this foundation is. So if you are going to buy the foundation, just make sure that when you apply it to like find your color, let it dry first, and then once it dries, then stick to that color. But I haven't really heard anything about oxidizing. Some people say it does, but I've never really seen it. I mean, this is a brand new product, so who knows. And again, I'm just using the pump, and it is like really runny, so it's not sticky. I don't know, I heard Jeffree Star was saying that this dries really fast, which I didn't even think about. So if I'm looking over here, by the way, it's the mirror, and I'm just gonna use a beauty blender, just a regular beauty blender, and we're gonna pounce it in. And another thing that I heard like from watching reviews is that this foundation, you don't need powder. So that's another thing that we're gonna see while I'm in class is, should I have set it with powder? Should I not have set it with powder? I mean, we will see. So I'm just damping it on. I feel like I should have put a little bit more, but yeah, it's like this foundation, I don't know if you guys can see about the lighting, honestly matches me pretty well. Again, I have to wait for it to dry, but just applies like any other regular foundation. I do like that it's not thick. I will say that a lot of foundations that I use are thick. A lot of people, I need to stop saying a lot of people. I have heard other people say that they don't like that it's so runny. To be honest, I like that it's runny because it applies more easily for me versus like thick. The fact that it's runny makes it not seem so cakey, which is I don't know, I enjoy that, I guess. So we're just gonna put it on. Again, I'll probably skip this part because this is just me pouncing the foundation in. So I have applied it. I just applied it like, you know, all around my face, obviously. I'm going to use the Maybelline New York in the color Sand, just concealer, just a little bit. I think you can use this foundation as concealer. I mean, honestly, you can use any foundation as concealer, but I didn't put it under my eyes just because I'm a die-hard this concealer fan. So I'm just going to use this just to cover it up. And yeah, so I guess I'll just skip this part. But another thing is when I did apply the foundation, I mean, you guys saw, I didn't put that much, so it may look like I did put a lot of dots, but it was very limited. So right now, if it is coming out, I put a very sheer coverage. Like, I didn't pack it on. Like, I feel like for how little I put on, it's covered me, like it covered up all the red spots, which is what I enjoy. So I'm just letting you guys know. I feel it doesn't feel cakey. It honestly doesn't even feel like I'm wearing anything, if I'm being completely honest, which is always a plus. Now I'll be right back and blend this in. And again, I've barely concealed. I barely did anything. All I did was apply. I mean, you saw a little bit, like a light coverage of the foundation, just to see how it wears. Nothing heavy. I didn't really try to cover up any redness or anything like that. So I am a little bit shiny right here because of the concealer, obviously. So I'm trying to find my Kat Von D Ride or Die contour palette, because we're going to just set it a little bit under the eye, and then we'll move on to highlight. So I'm just gonna use this middle shade right here. And as far as powder, that's the only thing that I did. I didn't put any other powder on my face because, again, I want to see. I don't know if you can tell because the lighting's really bad, but it feels like freaking amazing right now. I'm just gonna keep saying it. This foundation feels like there's nothing on me right now. But again, I put like the lightest layer on, but it did like enough. It almost reminds me of like some type of tinted moisturizer, like just because of how liquidy it is and all that. But anyways, let's do the highlight brush. It's the Fenty Beauty highlight brush, obviously. Let me just open it. It is called, it's the 120 Cheek Hugging Highlight Brush is the actual name of it. And it comes out like this. Again, I love the packaging of Fenty Beauty. I just think it's so cute. And I don't know, it's my vibes. It's my vibes. I don't know how else to say it. Okay, let's open it. It comes like this. Just look at just this nude, rosy nude. It just gives everything to me. It comes in like a covering thing, so it like protects, which is what I like. I actually like that it comes in this. I'm not gonna lie though, I can't get it off, so I'm gonna rip it. I'm gonna rip it and we're gonna take it out. Man, they really just don't want me to open this brush up. Guys, you really have to tear to open it. Like, I can't even lie to you right now. This is really in there. Okay, so once you finally get it out of the package, this is what it looks like. Again, I'm sorry about the lighting. I mean, there's obviously better videos where you can really see it, but it just looks like this. The bristles feel really tight, like the weight of it feels really nice. As far as the feeling, I don't know, I'm not like a makeup artist, I can't really tell you, but it feels good. It feels firm. We like firm asses. So I'm just gonna grab a random highlight palette because why not. I'm gonna use, let's do that Anastasia Nicole Guerrero palette. Okay, let's just use this one. Maybe I should have picked a more subtle one because I don't want to seem that crazy. But let's do, what are the vibes? I'm going to do a little bit of Forever Young. So here's that. Let's see if I can do this. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit like that. And let's see, I barely, like I didn't even go like that, so I don't even know how I should use it. Should I use it like this? I feel like if I use it like that, it's kind of weird. Let's try. Is it gonna do anything? Oh yeah. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but nope, it's doing a flash. God damn it. Okay. So I didn't pick up that much, so it didn't really do, like, it did like a little bit of a line, so I don't like the way I applied that one. So let's try to do the other side. I'm gonna use, again, Forever Young. This time I'm gonna like swirl it around, okay? And I'm gonna kind of apply it this way instead of this way. Ooh, girl. I don't know if you can see that, but that is definitely applying it. I think I picked the wrong shade. I just need you guys to understand that everything that was on this brush went onto my face. So definitely yes, I really enjoy this, except I don't like how fat it is. I'm not gonna lie, because I did apply it, so it's like a huge, like even when I went like that, it's like a huge streak of highlight. It applied like literally everything that was on my brush, which is amazing, but because I use such a light shade and I'm not used to it like doing that much color pigmentation, I'm gonna go in with 143, which is this shade right here, just to kind of tone down because I'm looking a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you can tell because my film light is really shiny, but I'm just gonna tap a little bit and just to like tone it down. Still looks crazy, not gonna lie. I still look like a psychopath. And I'm just gonna dabble it on like this. But again, yeah, I'm definitely more of a fan. If this was in fan form or was a little bit more thinner, I would freaking love this. But as far as how I like to apply my highlight, I don't like it being this thick. Like again, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like this thick right now, like that. So I'm trying to like blend it out. Again, not a makeup artist, but the way that this applies like color is amazing. How many times can I say that? But you know. Let's just do like a little bit on the nose. And yeah, okay, this is it. This is the final look. I'm gonna kind of, maybe I'm gonna put a mascara because it's already 3:50 and I got class at 4:15. So I'm just gonna maybe fix up my highlight off camera, as not like fix it up, but like color wise. Like, do you see my nose right now? I barely put, you guys saw, I barely tapped it, and it's like I look crazy right now. See, I gotta tone this down, you know what I'm talking about? So pause, do something with your 3 hours that I'm gonna be gone, 4 hours, I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone, and I will come back and I will tell you guys how it wore, as far as like, does it give me really bad lines? Actually, every single foundation gives me really bad lines, but I'm gonna stop blabbering. I will come back and I'll give you guys a review of the after. Okay, so it is now 6:29. I don't know, the first time in like forever that my professor let us out before 7, so it's only, I lied, it's only been like a couple hours, so it hasn't been that long, and these are my final thoughts on the foundation. So first, I just want to say that it definitely still creases like a little bit right here, definitely not dramatic like creases like when I usually wear foundation, but I think it's because I did like a light layer, you know. So next time, like, I would definitely like set the areas still with powder if you are creasing. Also, this foundation, like how they say like you don't need powder, honestly you don't, because I mean, you can't really tell unless you're like in person, but it almost looks like I already have powder over, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't look cakey or anything like that, but it just gives it that effect of when I put powder over it, if that kind of makes sense. So if you have extremely dry skin, like you're crazy dry, this foundation may not work for you. Like, if I'm being completely honest, if you have like extremely dry skin, moisturize the shit out of your face. And also, I know this foundation is extremely like runny and liquidy, but again, it dries like completely matte, I want to say. So if you are like wanting to try it but you have really dry skin, try it on, see how it works. If that doesn't work, if it still like makes your face look too dry, just put like a couple oil, like a little couple oil drops in the foundation, and that should like solve the, not should solve, I can't say that because I don't have dry skin that much, but it should solve the matteness of it, if that makes sense. Like it'll give it a bit of a different formula. Obviously everyone knows that, but sorry, I keep looking because I'm trying to like see how it looks. As far as the brush, definitely like the best. Like I'm not kidding, like it packs it on so well. But yeah, that's pretty much my full, I guess, review on it. It's not, I'm not gonna give you like, oh, how much is in each bottle, like the ounces, because it's not really a like review Fenty. Like I don't want to go so in depth with the product just because there is so many videos out there like that. Jeffree Star, if you want to know like everything, dude, he has like a bomb video like really elaborating the collection. I just wanted to make this video just like an everyday person like me that, you know, just like, is it worth investing your money in, you know, like, I don't know if that made sense. Like I'm just making this just to show you guys, like not really a review, but because it's like all hype, I decided to make a video about it just in case you didn't want to invest in it. But it's not even, this foundation is pretty cheap. It's only like, it was only about like $34. So there's that. If you want a good highlighting brush, this is definitely bomb. If you're poor, don't get it, because I feel like there's many other cheaper brushes that do like that, but it is a bomb brush. It's a good investment. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and do all that, and I will see you guys in my next video.